Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1983 season is on the air. Today's date is April 19th, 1983. We are at Comiskey Park for an American League matchup between the New York Yankees and the Chicago White Sox. The Yankees coming to this game, they came out quick out of the chute. They are 9-2. So right now the Yankees are the best team, even though it's early in baseball. The Chicago White Sox, who historically won the American League West, are at 5-5 at this time. But we're, of course, very, very early in this replay. And we will see what happens tonight with these two teams. So the Yankees are hot. The White Sox are 5-5, but a long way to go here as we get to a big game here in the American League. Davo 9, GLA, Beatles eternally, Ben Witz and David Vega join us here at Comiskey Park. And by the way, Beatles, you should let it be. That counts. The White Sox historically, crushed the Yankees in this game. 13-3. The White Sox had 11 hits and no errors. The Yankees had 3 hits and 1 error. So definitely we'll see how this game goes. We did have a blowout last night, and we'll see if we have one tonight. You never know what Inside Pitch may give you. But we should have a good matchup tonight here in 1983, moving forward in this replay. And I think we got a pretty good matchup tonight. So I guess we should get started. We are, let's see here. We are, of course, at Comiskey Park. Comiskey Park, neutral, favors hitters a bit. 148 home runs, does add 4 to strikeouts. So the strikeouts at Comiskey Park could be a little high tonight. But we will see what happens here in this game. Starting pitcher for the Chicago White Sox is Richard Dotson. He had an excellent season, 83. 22 wins, 7 losses, a 3.22 ERA. He gets the call for the White Sox in this matchup. So let's see what the Yankees and the White Sox have to do tonight as we will go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Yankees will be the second baseman, Willie Randolph. And some people think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. I'm on the fence, but I'll tell you one thing. If Randolph was actually put in there, I'd probably put it on credit card. 279 average, 2 homers, and 38 RBIs for him in 83. We're going to use blue, white, and red dice. White Sox are the home team, and we are set and ready, and let's play some baseball. Dotson 2-1 against the righty. Walking that 5 is a quick ball 4. So Dotson, the first thing he does is walk Randolph. First walk given up by Dotson. He had some control issues, 105 walks and 240 innings pitched. Next batter is going to be the first baseman, Ken Griffey, and he had a good year in 83. 306 average, 11 homers, and 46 RBIs. Randolph on it first, strategy roll. And Randolph he's going to stay where he is. Dotson will pitch. Dotson, 6-1, that's a blank. Griffey, 2-3, and it's a base hit to left field. Randolph, a base runner 3. A single to left, though, a -4 due to a heck of an arm by Ron Kittle. And Randolph's going to hold at second base automatically. So the Yankees come out of the chute quickly. And next batter will be the left fielder, Dave Winfield, Mr. May, Hall of Famer. 283 average, 32 homers, 116 RBIs in 83. That is a good year. Doug Hunt and Jimmy Jam joins us here at Comiskey Park. Reynolds at first and second, and nobody out here in the top of the first. Dotson already in some trouble. Strategy, nothing on the 8. Dotson, 5-2, that's at the park. Comiskey, 4-6, and he hits a fly ball to left field. And going after that, it's going to be Kittle. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Randolph will automatically stay at second. One down, and here comes the right fielder, Steve Kemp, a 241 average, 12 homers, 49 RBIs in 83. Jeremy Brooks now joins us here at Comiskey Park. Strategy, nothing on the 14. Dotson, 4-2. That's a walk plus 10, and the bases are loaded. So Dotson already having some trouble in this first inning as he will load the bases. Second walk given up by Dotson, and here comes the power man, the designated hitter, Don Baylor. 303 average, 21 homers, 85 RBIs. And if Dotson makes a mistake, that ball's probably out of here. Bases are loaded. And let's see what Dotson's got. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 8th. The infield playing normal. Dotson, 4-1. Strikeout. 16 will be too high. Baylor, 3-5. And it's a base hit to left field. The Yankees will take a quick lead. Randolph hits one. That'll be a single to left. Randolph scores. Griffey, base runner 2. A single to left, -1. And Griffey will hold at second base. Actually, hold at third base. So the runners only move one base, but that will bring in a run, and it's already a quick 1-0 lead in favor of the Yankees. They go talk to Dotson on the mound, see how he's doing. And they'll see what's up here. One out, and still bases are loaded. And that will bring up the shortstop, Roy Smalley, 275 average, 18 homers, 62 RBIs. That's pretty darn good for a shortstop. Bases still loaded, still one out, but now the Yankees have a 1-0 lead. Nothing on the strategy. Dotson, 5-3, that's a blank. Smalley, 4-2. That's a ground ball to second base. Let's see if they turn it. 2, 3, 4. Shortstop pivot. Fletcher, a 0. 1-4. It's a double play. They got it, and they'll get out of the inning. But after only giving up a 1, that will be a 4-6-3 double play. 1 run, 2 hits, and a couple of walks. As Smalley hits into the double play, and we will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the New York Yankees in this matchup is Jay Howell. Didn't have many starts. 1 win, 5 losses, a 5.38 ERA. But the Yankees have given up a run. So let's see what Jay Howell can do in this matchup tonight. Leading off for the White Sox, the center fielder, Rudy Law. 283 average, 3 homers, 34 RBIs in 83. This is our first look at the White Sox for the 83 season. Howell, 4-6 against the lefty, blank. Law, 3-6. He leads off with a base hit past second. And the White Sox will get a man on. So Law's on at first. And that will bring up the second baseman, Tony Bernazard. Bernazard will be on the Seattle Mariners later in 83. He is a White Sox tonight. 265 average, 8 homers, 56 RBIs. Law on at first. Law was a thief. He had 77 stolen bases that year. And that is an 8. And he's going. 17 plus 2 is 19. Rick Cerrone plus 1. A 1-19 Law is safe. And he don't even make the throw, as Rudy Law easily steals second base on that. Stolen base for Law, and he'll hold at second base. Easy steal for him. That was a 3. Cerrone didn't even try to get him out. Strategy roll again. And Law gets the call to steal third, but he will stay at second this time, and they'll let Bernazard swing away. Howell will pitch. 3-1, range play. Bernazard, 4-4. That's a power hit to right. That's a 10. And against the righty, that'll be a double. But it's a range play for Steve Kemp. His range is a 3. He's got it. 1 out. Law, base runner 4. Hit to right. He'll stay a 4. And Kemp plus 1. A 1-5. Law will get to third. He will. So Bernazard flies out to right, and that will move Law over to third, though, on a nice play by Steve Kemp. And that will bring up this guy, right fielder, Harold Baines, Hall of Famer. No! 280 average, 20 homers, 99 RBIs. No, you are not a Hall of Famer. No! And I'll say it again, no! Law on at third. Howell will pitch to Baines, strategy roll. That's a 5, nothing happening there. Law stays actually at third base. They are going to play the infield in, though. Howell will pitch. You guys have been waiting for me to get Baines on the board, haven't you? Howell, 2-6. That's at the park. Comiskey Park, 2-3. And it's a home run to center field against a righty. Baines needs a 17. That's a 6. And, of course, Harold Baines makes me eat my words. Kaboom! The ball is high. The ball is deep. The ball is gone. Harold Baines hits a 2-run home run. Stadium cheers. Yay! Harold Baines goes ahead. It hits a home run to center field. Jay Howell pitched it there. Baines just powered it out. And the White Sox now have a 2-1 lead. And no, you are still not a Hall of Famer. That'll bring up the Chicago designated hitter, Greg Luzinski. Wheels, 255 average, 32 homers, 95 RBIs. John Haverly says that's the funniest thing I saw today. Rick Query now joins us here at Comiskey Park. Why am I not surprised the dice did that to me? Howell with the pitch. 6-4, strikeout, 16, got him, struck him out. Called strike 3 on Luzinski. That's the first strikeout for Howell. He had 61 of them in 83, and there are now 2 outs. And that will bring up the left fielder, Ron Kittle. This guy was on his way to the Hall of Fame. Ron Kittle was such a big name. Why did this guy not just get over the hump? He had a good year in 83, though. 254 average, 35 homers, 100 RBIs. But why did Ron Kittle just not get there? He was supposed to be the next big thing. Howell will pitch. 6-2. It's a blank. Kittle. 2-3. And that's a ground ball to third base. That'll be taken care of by Greg Nettles. He will throw it over and make the out and retire the side. 2 runs on 2 hits. A home run by some bum named Baines, who should not be in the Hall of Fame. But after one, it's 2-1 White Sox. Just like I'll say Keith Hernandez, just like every time Keith Hernandez come up, I'll say he belongs in the Hall of Fame. Every time Harold Baines come up, I will say he should not be in the Hall of Fame. Top of the second, leading off for the Yankees will be the third baseman, Greg Nettles. Definitely hauled a very good 266 average, 20 homers, 75 RBIs. He had a good year in 83. 2-1 White Sox after Harold Baines makes me eat my words. Dotson, 4-4. That's an automatic out, and that will be a grounder to second base. Handled easily there by Bernazard, and they'll throw it over to first. 1 down, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Jerry Mumphrey. I always liked Mumphrey. I actually liked him. 288 average, 8 homers, 53 RBIs. Nothing wrong with those stats. After further review with Steve Tower joins us here at Comiskey Park. Yes, if Steve Tower says Baines should not be in the Hall of Fame, that is all you need. If he says he doesn't belong there, then you know he doesn't belong there. when Steve Towers says he don't belong there. Dotson will pitch. 6-3, that's a blank. Mumphrey, 3-5, that's a ground out to first. Handled there by Mike Squires. He'll take it to bag himself, 2 down. That'll bring up the catcher, Rick Cerrone. Rick Cerrone, I tell you, I know he took over for Thurman Munson. I always felt Cerrone didn't. I always felt he didn't stink. I always felt that Rick Cerrone just really, he did not stink. He was okay. Dotson will pitch. 1-5, that's a blank. Cerrone, 4-4 against the righty. It's grounded to short. Easily play there by Scott Fletcher. He'll take his time, toss it over, and retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Yankees. Will go to the bottom of the second. Yeah, Cerrone was serviceable. I'll say that. Bottom of the second, leading on for the White Sox will be the first baseman, Mike Squires. Who doesn't love his name? 222 average, a homer, and 11 RBIs. You got to love a name. You got to love a guy with a baseball name such as Squires. Howell, 6-4, strikeout, 16 will miss. Squires, 2-1, hits one into right. That'll be easily handled there by Kemp. Fly out to right, 1 out. I have a funny feeling this might be the funniest episode of Inside Pitch I've ever done with what just happened with Baines. Here comes the catcher, the original Pudge, Carlton Fisk, Hall of Famer. Absolutely. 289 average, 26 homers, 86 RBIs. Good year for him in 83. Howell will deal. 3-6. That's a pitcher result. That 14 is too high. Fisk, 4-2. Hits a line drive right to first. Griffey will grab it. And that's out number 2. And now that'll bring up the third baseman, Vance Law. 243 average, 4 homers, 42 RBIs. Howell will go ahead and pitch. Howell, 1-2, strikeout, 1, swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the inning is over. Second strikeout for Howell. And the White Sox go down 1-2-3, still 2-1 in favor of the Palos. After 2. Top of the third coming up. And top of the order for the Yankees. Here's Willie Randolph. He walked his first time up and scored. Dotson, 2-5, strikeout 9. Called strike 3 on Randolph. He'll get him. Struck him out. And that is the first strikeout for Dotson. He had 137 of them in 83. Next batter is Griffey. Griffey got a single his first time up. Dotson will pitch. 1-3. That is a blank. Griffey, 4-1. Ground out to short. Handled by Fletcher. Fletcher tosses it over for out number 2. And now Mr. May. Winfield is 0-for-1. Dotson will deal. 4-5. Against the righty, it's a blank. Winfield, 3-4, hits one into right field. That'll bounce in there. That'll be a single to right. So that will go ahead and get Winfield on. And it will bring up Kemp. Kemp walked his first time up. Winfield had 15 stolen bases. He's not getting any here. Dotson, 6-5, range play. Kemp, a 3-4, fly ball hit to center. Going after that is Rudy Law. His range is a 3. He's got it, easily makes the play, and the side will be retired. A nice catch by Rudy Law. No runs and a hit for the Yankees. We go to the bottom of the third. Leading off for the White Sox will be the shortstop, Scott Fletcher. 237 average, 3 homers, 31 RBIs. Howell will go ahead and he will pitch. Howell, 1-5, against the righty. Home run result, but that 12 is too high. Fletcher, 6-2, and he hits a grounder to second base. That'll be handled by Randolph. And over to first it goes for the out. Hardwood Heaven joins us here at Comiskey Park. That'll bring up Law. Law got a base hit his first time up. 1 out. Howell with the pitch. 1-6, strikeout. 19 will miss. Law, 5-1, and he'll fly out the left as Winfield will get to that. And he'll make the catch, 2 down. And the next batter is Bernazard. Bernazard is 0 for 1. Howell will go ahead and pitch. 4-1, that's a blank. Bernazard, 4-2 against a righty, grounded to second. Randolph will get to that as well, and he'll make the play and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the White Sox. Still 2-1 after 3. I'm glad. Hardwood Heaven, since you're in the chat, I have an off-subject question for you. You're into basketball, right? You're actually into basketball, is that correct? Badger and Bournemouth fan joins us here at Comiskey Park. So we go to the top of the 4th. Do you play cards and dice basketball? Leading off for the Yankees will be Don Baylor. Baylor got a base hit his first time up. Dotson will go ahead and pitch. Dotson, 2-4, strikeout 13. That just missed. Baylor, 6-3, hits one hard to center, but that'll be caught by Law. And that is out number 1. So do you play cards and dice basketball, Hardwood? Got a question for you on a game. That'll bring up Smalley. Smalley is 0 for 1. Yes, Steve, he did play for the Yankees, Mr. Baylor. Dotson, 5-4, strikeout 9, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is the second K for Dotson, 2 down. Yeah, I played Stratomatic. Okay. I don't know if you played a game from Joe Bryant from SSG, the bank shot basketball game. I've been looking at that and wondering to pull the trigger on bank shot basketball, but for college, not for pro. I just wondered if anybody had any interest on if they like that game or not. Here's Nettles. Nettles is 0 for 1. Dotson will pitch. Dotson, 1-2, strikeout 2, swing and a miss, steer right out, and that will end the inning. Third strikeout for Dotson. He has definitely calmed down since the first inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Yankees. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Ben Wood says, I got the SSG basketball, not the bank shot. Playing a game with less time than a real game. That's the thing. I've been watching Bob's Tabletop Hoops about bank shot basketball, but I don't want to play pro. I'd rather play college. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Leading off for the White Sox will be a guy that should not be in the Hall of Fame, Harold Baines. He did hit a 2-run bomb his first time up. Really got lucky on that. Dice must have been rigged on that one. Howell will pitch. Howell, 6-1, range play at the park. Comiskey Park, 3-4, and that is a grounder to short. That ball is hit to Smalley. Smalley's range is a 2, and that's going to get by him. It'll be a base hit, so Baines will get another hit, and that'll be a single. So Baines gets a base hit, and that will be and then it'll bring up the bull Luzinski. He's 0 for 1. Okay, there. Thank you, Hardwood Heaven. So Baines on at first, strategy roll, and that's a 20. Howell turns to fire to get him out at first. No, Baines will get back. Darn. Howell will go ahead and pitch. Howell, 6-3, that's a blank. Luzinski, 1-5, fly out the left, and Mr. May will get to that one, 1 down. Next up is Kittle. Kittle is 0 for 1. Well, they have a whole bunch of college teams for that bank shot basketball. I want to play the college, not the pro. I prefer college. I prefer college, and he's got about 10 of the 10 sets of college basketball. That's all. I was just wondering. Even though I really am not much into basketball as I used to be, but I do love college basketball more than pro. Although I am, but don't get me wrong, I'm a Miami Heat fan. My favorite Heat season is 05-06. Howell will pitch. Howell, 4-5, strikeout 12, got him. Struck him out. And that is the second K for Howell, 2 away. And it will bring up Squires. Squires is 0 for 1. Baines on it first. Strategy, he'll stay put. Howell, 6-3, that's a blank. Squires, 2-5, and that is a grounder to second base. Taken care of there by Randolph. He decides to throw to the shortstop, Smalley covering, just to tag Baines out just for the principle of it, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the White Sox, 2-1 in favor of the Pale Hose. Could have thrown to first, but didn't matter. Decided to throw the shortstop covering second and tag out Baines just because I wanted to do that. We go to the top of the 5th. Leading off for the Yankees will be Jerry Mumphrey, and he's 0 for 1. Do you like the game, Doug? Dotson will pitch. 4-5 against the switch left. That's a walk plus 10, and he'll walk Mumphrey. So Mumphrey will draw a walk. That is the third walk given up by Dotson. It'll bring up Cerrone, and Cerrone is 0 for 1. Mumphrey had 7 stolen bases. He won't get any here. Dotson will pitch. Dotson, 5-6. So that's a walk plus 10, and now he walks Cerrone. So right now, Dotson allowing base runners here, and that is the 4th walk given up by Dotson. It'll bring up Randolph. The White Sox historically crushed the Yankees in this game 13-3. Right now, it doesn't look like that's happening. 2-1 in favor of the White Sox, though. Top of the 5th, nobody out. Strategy, nothing there for Dotson. He'll pitch to Randolph. Dotson, 3-2, strikeout, 14 will be too high. Randolph, 3-4. That's a fly ball to center field. And Rudy Law will get to that. He'll make the catch. Jerry Mumphrey, base runner 3, hit to center, -2. Law's a +2. So a 1-3, Mumphrey will take third. He will. Deep enough to allow Mumphrey to advance to third base. And that is the first out of the inning, though. So the next batter is Griffey. Griffey, 1 for 2, has a single. V-Dub Productions joins us here at Comiskey Park. So Mumphrey on at third, Cerrone on at first, and they're going to stay normal for double play death. Strategy roll, and that's a 1, and nothing happening. Dotson's going to pitch. Dotson, 6-6, error on a grounder. Griffey, 2-1. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to second. That ball is hit the Bernazard. His error rating is an 8. That's a 19. He won't make an error. 1, 2, 3. Shortstop pivot Fletcher 0. 1-3. No. The only play he has is the first, which will allow Mumphrey to score. And Cerrone will go to second. 2 outs, but now we're tied at 2. So they do not get the double play, but Griffey will get the RBI and allow the run to come in to score. So now 2 outs, and here's Winfield. And Winfield is 1 for 2. 2 outs now, but we're tied. Cerrone on at second. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 18. Dotson will pitch to Winfield. Dotson, 6-4. Home run chance. Righty, 1-19. The 17 is good, and I don't even need to look at Winfield's card. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Home run, Dave Winfield. Stadium groans. A 2-run bomb by Dave Winfield, and that will put the Yankees ahead 4-2. I don't know. FastScore has them 9-2 for a reason. And maybe there could be something about this Yankee team. Remember, the New York Yankees have gotten to the World Series in every one of my 80s replays. 81, 85, and 88. Maybe there's something about them. I don't know. Here's Kemp. Kemp is 0 for 1 with a walk. Still 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Dotson will deal. Dotson, 5-2. That's at the park. Comiskey Park, 6-5. And that's a pump fly ball to the catcher. Carlton Fisk's ever rating is a 6. That's a 1, and he's going to drop it. And that's going to be an error. Popped out in foul territory, and Fisk can't hold on to it. And that's going to be an E2, as he should have made the catch. And that'll be the first error on the White Sox. Kemp gets another chance. Dotson with the pitch. 1-1. Error on a throw. Kemp. 2-1. That's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Squires. His error rating is a 2. That's a 2. And he's going to make a bad throw to Dotson covering the plate. Does Dotson save the ball from getting past him? Yes, he does, but Kemp is safe. So that's an E3. As Mike Squires makes an error. Didn't make many of them, but he'll make one there. And Dotson had to leap and keep the ball from getting past him. And Kemp is safe. 2 consecutive errors now for the White Sox. And now here's Baylor. And Dotson looking at his dugout saying, I should be out of this inning. What are you talking about here? Baylor is 1 for 2 with a single. 2 outs here, top of the 5th. Yankees a 4-2 lead. Strategy. Nothing on the 18. Kemp stays at put. Dotson will deal. Dotson, 2-2. That's a walk plus 10. And now he walks Baylor. So another base on balls by Dotson. And he's approaching his pull rating, his fatigue rating pretty quickly here. His pull rating is going to be a 6. And now the batter is Smalley. Smalley 0 for 2. They go talk to the mound, calm Dotson down, said, come on, I understand the errors. Dotson saying, come on here, give me a chance. Get me out of this inning. 4-2 Yankees. Strategy, nothing on the 6. Dotson will deal. 6-3, it's a blank. Smalley, 1-6, and that's a power hit to left field. That's a 6, and Smalley's going to get a double to left. The errors will bite the White Sox in the butt. Kemp will come in to score. 2 outs, base runner 5, double to left, -3, 1-2. Baylor will score. Smalley a chance to get to third, and he will. Roy Smalley turns that into a triple as he slides into third on the throw. 2 more runs come in for the Yankees at 6-2. Stadium barfs. Yeah. A 2 RBI triple, and that's what I'm going to call it. A 2 RBI triple by Roy Smalley as a huge error allows the Yankees to get an extra out, and the Yankees now lead 6-2 here in the 5th. That'll bring up Nettles. Dotson is now fatigued in my new rule on the pull rating. Unbelievable here. Fans at Comiskey saying, what is going on? Dotson will pitch to Nettles. Strategy roll still on. Nothing on the 16. Dotson will pitch. Dotson, 1-4. Possible error. Nettles, 3-5. It's a base hit to left field for Nettles. Left fielder Kittle has an error rating of 6. That's an 18. He won't make an error out there. But Nettles is going to wind up at first on a single, scoring Smalley at 7-2. Stadium groans. RBI single by Nettles, and that's going to be it for Dotson. As Dotson's coming, they're taking him out of the game, and it is really not his fault. So they're going to yank out Dotson. It'll bring up Mumphrey as the wheels have fallen off here for the White Sox in the 5th. And we'll see a new pitcher from the for the White Sox. I'll probably just choose a pitcher that's got the most runners they can use here already down. So let's see what's going to be. See, switch right. Coming on to pitch for the White Sox is going to be Dirt. Dick Tidrow, 2 wins, 4 losses, 7 saves, a 4.22 ERA. Dirt is going to go ahead and pitch for a little bit. Dotson, however, is going to take the L. And probably just did not get it. So here's Mumphrey, who now the Yankees have batted around. And here we are looking at another blowout. Nettles on at first, still 2 outs. Strategy rolls actually are off. Tidrow, 5-6, error on a grounder. Mumphrey, 6-2. That's a power hit to center field. That's a 5 against a righty. It's a base hit. Center fielder Law has an error rating of 1. He's gonna make an error out there. Holy cow! That is going to be an error on Law. It's going to be a single and an error, which means Nettles will get to third. Mumphrey gets to second. Nettles has a chance to score. Base runner 2. Law plus 2 arm. A 1-4. Nettles will score. And he will. And Mumphrey will take third base. Unbelievable. And the Yankees lead it 8-2 on an error by Rudy Law. His error rating is a 1, and that's what I rolled. Mumphrey winds up at third, so that is a single and an E8, and that is the third error on the White Sox in this inning, and the fans are just going nuts. And absolutely can't believe this. Here is Cerrone. And Cerrone walked this first time up. 3 errors on the White Sox in this game. Tidrow will go ahead and pitch. 3-5, strikeout 12, swing and a miss, struck him out, and this inning finally comes to an end. Seven runs on 4 hits, a solo homer by a 2-run bomb by Winfield, and 3 errors. And the Yankees have an 8-2 lead here going in the bottom of the 5th. If a strikeout happens but no fans up to see it, is it still okay? We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Jay Howell looks at the White Sox, saying, "Hey, thank you for the extra outs." Carlton Fisk Pudge leads off for the Chi Sox. He's 0 for 1. Howell will go ahead and pitch. Howell, 5-2, error on a throw. Fisk, 6-1. It's a grounder to second base. That ball is hit to Randolph. His error rating is a 6. That's a 20. He won't make an error. They'll throw it over to first for the out. 1 out, and here comes Vance Law, and he's 0 for 1. Howell will go ahead and pitch. Howell, 3-5, possible error. Law, 2-6 against the righty. It's a ground ball to third. That's Greg Nettles over there. His error rating is a 9. That's a 2, and he's not going to be able to hold on to it, and that's going to be an error on Nettles. So it's an E5 on Nettles. First error on the Yankees in the game. As Law gets to first, and it'll bring up Fletcher. Fletcher is 0 for 1. Howell goes to Nettles, say, hey, come on, let's not let the White Sox make it contagious on us here. So Law on at first. Joel Turney joins us here at Comiskey Park. 1 out. Law strategy rolls her off. Howell, 3-3 against the righty. Base hit right past the pitcher and up the middle. And Law is going to hold at second base. So now another single. Now the White Sox trying to get something going here. It'll bring up Rudy Law, and he's 1 for 2 with a single. 1 out here. Bottom of the fifth, 8-2 Yankees. Howell gets a chance here. The Yankees got a lot of extra outs in the top of the fifth inning. The White Sox got one here in the bottom of the inning. Howell will pitch. 4-4. That's a blank. Law. 5-4. And against the righty, it's a ground ball to second base. 1-0-1. Shortstop pivot Smalley -1, so really no chance of a double play. And that's a 5. So Law's going to get to third. Fletcher thrown out at second. Law will take first, and that will be out number 2. As that will go as a fielder's choice. But 2 outs now for Bernazard. Bernazard is 0 for 2. Bleacher Bums Gaming joins us here at Comiskey Park. Good to see Mr. Crooks. Great to see him, of course. And of course the creator of Glory Days Boxing and Glory Days Football. He is a master of disaster. He is one of the best, if not the best. Good to have Mr. Crooks here. Law on at third. The Law is on base. The Law is on third, and the Law is on first. Howell will pitch to Bernazard. Howell, 1-3. That's a walk plus 10, and that will walk Bernazard. So now the White Sox have a chance to try to get a run here. And that will bring up a guy who does not belong in the Hall of Fame, Mr. Baines. Baines is 2 for 2, though, a home run and a single. If Baines hits a grand slam here, I'm going to be really, really mad. 2 outs. Law on at third, Law on at second, Bernazard at first. Howell trying to go ahead and keep it going, trying to end this inning. Bases full of Bo Sox, or I should say Chi Sox. Howell will go ahead and pitch as Mike Terra Supernova joins us here at Comiskey Park. Howell will pitch. Howell, 3-3 against the lefty. It's a blank. Baines, 1-4. And it's going to be a fly ball to center field. So with the bases loaded, Baines can't do anything, only because he does not belong in the Hall of Fame. Hit to center field. Getting there is going to be Mumphrey. He'll make the catch and end the inning. And the stadium cheers. Yay! No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and a walk. And the White Sox leave the bases loaded thanks to Harold Baines, who should not be in the Hall of Fame. And after 5, it's 8-2 Yankees. That's right. Section 518, cheers. We go to the top of the sixth. Leading off for the Yankees will be Willie Randolph. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Dirt still pitching. Tidrow, 1-4 at the park. Comiskey Park, 1-4. That's a base hit to right field with a possible double. Randolph rounding first. He's got to try for second. Base runner 3. Baines a zero arm, a 1-3. Randolph will get to third and he will get to second and he will. So Randolph turns that into second base as he gets there because Baines has no arm because he does not belong in the Hall of Fame. Here is Griffey. Griffey is 1 for 3. Randolph on its second, no one out, top of the sixth. Yankees all over the White Sox. The White Sox blew out the Yankees in this game. The Yankees are trying to go ahead and do it the other way around. Tidrow, 4-1, strikeout 9. He'll get Griffey, struck him out. That's a strikeout for Dirt. And it will bring up Winfield. Winfield is 2 for 3, a single and a 2-run bomb. Tidrow will pitch. Tidrow 1-4. That's at the park. Comiskey Park 4-3. And that is a blank. And again, consecutive, we have a rare play. And we've had a rare play in every game so far this season. And that's got to be a first. Rare plays, men on. 661. Let's see. If lead runner on second, single to center with the runner attempting to score on a close play. Roll 1d6 versus base running rating plus arm. All right, so Randolph is a 3. Center fielder Law plus 2 is a 5. So if lead runner on second, single to center with the runner attempting to score in a close play. Roll 1d6 versus base. If higher, runner out, otherwise safe. Check injuries to base runner and catcher. Okay. So a 1-5, Randolph scores, and it's a 6. So does that, I guess, so if higher, runner out, otherwise safe, it's a 6. Randolph is out. So that's 2 away, but now we got to check for injury to Randolph and to the catcher. Randolph's injury rating is a 2, and only a 1 will keep him in. And he's gone. By the way, Winfield's safe at first with a single. And now the catcher, Carlton Fisk's injury rating is a 1. And a 1 or a 2, he stays in the game. And he does. So Fisk is okay. Must be because of the catcher's equipment. But the Yankees just lost Willie Randolph for the rest of the game. So Randolph is out. Winfield gets a single. There are 2 outs, though. And Randolph is gone. So we have an injury here. But with 2 outs, and let's see who the Yankees are going to bring on to play second. And if they have one, they do. And coming on to play second base is going to be Andre Robertson. He'll come into play second base for the injured Randolph. He is a 4.20. So Randolph is hurt, but he'll be back. But Andre Robertson will go ahead and take it. We'll take it there. So now 2 outs. Winfield on it first on that rare play. And the batter is Kemp. Kemp is 0 for 2, walked and reached on an error. 2 outs, top of the sixth, 8-2 Yankees, another blowout. Tidrow will go ahead and pitch. Tidrow, 1-5, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out, and that will retire the side. And he actually struck out the side. Let's see here. Hold on. Yankees. No runs on 2 hits for the Yankees. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. You guys are talking about Atari and all that stuff in my chat, and I got a crazy game going on here. Nobody paying attention. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's a blowout, though, anyway, so I'll be surprised if you were paying attention. Leading off for the Chi Sox will be the Bull, Greg Luzinski. He is 0 for 2. Howell will go ahead and pitch. Howell, 5-5, and that is a home run chance. Righty, 1-4, 16 is too high. Luzinski, 6-2, he grounds it to first. That'll be handled by Griffey, and he'll take it to bag himself for out number 1. Howell can pitch to 25 batters. He's getting there. Here comes Kittle. Kittle is 0 for 2. Yeah, back-to-back blowout. We're in rain delay mode. Yeah, whatever. Enjoy yourselves. Howell will pitch to Kittle. Howell, 4-5, strikeout 11. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That is the 3rd K for Jay Howell. Actually pitching a better game than I thought he was going to do tonight. Here comes Squires. Squires is 0 for 2. The Pentagon with Baines bats. Howell with the pitch. 3-4, range play. Squires, 4-4, single to right, but a range play for Steve Kemp. His range is a 3. Nope, that'll be a base hit. Squires will get a single, and he will hold it first. It'll bring up Pudge. Fisk is 0 for 2. 2 down here, bottom of the 6th, 8-2 Yankees. The White Sox really have not recovered from that 5th inning. Strategy rolls are still off. Howell, 4-4. That's a blank. Pudge, 5-3. And it's a ground ball to first. Easily played by Griffey. He calls off Howell. He'll tag the bag. And that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the White Sox. And after 6, it's 8-2. Still in favor of the Bronx Bombers. If it was 83 right now, I'd turn the game on and started playing Atari. Pitt, I don't know. They had so many great games I used to play on the Atari 2600. If I had to say what my favorite game was on the Atari 2600, it would have to be Space Invaders. Of course, it didn't look like the actual Space Invaders video game. But that Space Invaders would be probably my favorite, and also probably Combat. I always liked the original. Always liked the cartridge that came with it, Combat. And by the way, I have the Atari anniversary stuff on my PlayStation 5, and yes, I do play it. We go to the top of the 7th. Tidrow can pitch to one more batter before he tires. Might as well keep him out there. Don Baylor leads off for the NYY. He has 1 for 2, a single and a walk. 8-2 in favor of the Yankees. Tidrow will pitch. Tidrow, 2-5, walk plus 10. That's ball 4, and he'll walk Baylor. So Baylor draws a walk. Tidrow is now tired. They're going to let him pitch. It'll bring up Smalley. Smalley is 1 for 3. He had a 2 RBI triple his last time up. Nobody out. Top of the 7th. Baylor on it first. Tidrow will pitch. 4-4. That's at the park. Comiskey Park. 1-3. And that's a ground ball to third. 2-2-3. Second base pivot. Bernazard 0. 1-3. It's a double play. And Baylor will be thrown out at second. But Smalley will reach first on the fielder's choice. And that'll bring up Nettles. Nettles is 1 for 3. Yes, I also like Missile Command. Smalley on it first, now 1 out. Tidrow will pitch. 4-6. Range play at the park. Comiskey Park. 6-1. That's a power hit to right field. That's an 11, and that is a triple to right field. but the right fielder, Harold Baines, has to go get it. It's a range play for Baines. A 1-3, he takes away an RBI triple. And he will. That's a 3. He makes the catch, 2 outs. Boy, that ball must have just hung up there and let Baines get to it. Does not belong in the Hall of Fame. 2 outs on a fly to right. 2 down. Here comes Mumphrey. Mumphrey is 1 for 2, a single, walk, and got an extra base on an error. It's a Hall of Fame play. Hall of Fame play, my foot. 2 men down. Smalley still on at first. Tidrow will pitch. Tidrow, 3-4, and against the switch left, it's a blank. Mumphrey, 2-3, and it's a base hit past second. Smalley with 2 outs will get the third. So a base hit for Mumphrey keeps the inning going for Cerrone. Cerrone is 0 for 2 with a walk. Still 2 outs. They're keeping Tidrow on the mound, trying to see if he can still get maybe out of this inning, but if he gives up a run, he's out of there. Tidrow will go ahead and pitch. Tidrow, 2-5. That's a walk plus 10. And no, Cerrone becomes a 13. That 14 is too high. Cerrone, 3-1, and he grounds it to first. Handled by Squires. He'll take it to the bag himself and retire the side. No runs, a hit, and a walk. And the Yankees strand a couple of base runners. But they still lead here 8-2. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next game will be tomorrow night. We go back to the National League, and we are going to the 8th wonder of the world, and that would be the Astrodome, as the Philadelphia Phillies will take on the Houston Astros. We will have Dick Ruthven pitching for the Phillies, and the Nolan Ryan Express will be pitching for the Astros. So that will be tomorrow night's game. The Phillies and the Astros. Dick Ruthven against Nolan Ryan, and that will be tomorrow night on Inside Pitch. Probably after the, and that will be after the NFL, by the way. That'll be after the NFL, at least after the afternoon game. Bottom of the 7th inning for the Yankees. Jay Howell, he is tired. They're going to let him pitch. And leading off for the White Sox will be Vance Law. He is 0 for 2, but reached on an error. Howell will go ahead and pitch. Howell, 1-2. Strikeout 20 is high. Law, 3-3, and it's a line out right to first. That's gloved by Griffey, and that will be out number 1. Jay Howell has a 5.38 ERA, and he's frigging pitching like Ron Guidry. Here comes Fletcher. Fletcher's 1 for 2 with a single. Howell will deal. 5-6, strikeout, 14 is too high. Fletcher, 5-5, and that's a ground ball to first once again. That'll be handled there by Griffey. He'll take it to the bag himself, 2 away. Here's Rudy Law. He is 1 for 3. Single and stole a base. Howell gets the sign, and now he gets the deal. 6-5. Strikeout 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Howell. That is the 4th K for him. And right now, Jay Howell, with the way this game has gone, he has been masterful on the mound. 8-2 after 7. We go to the top of the 8th. Leading off for the Yankees is the new second baseman, Andre Robertson, who came in for the injured Willie Randolph. 248 average, a homer, 22 RBIs. Tidrow's going to be done for the game. They've seen enough. He did his job. And the White Sox will go to a new pitcher. And coming on to pitch for the White Sox is going to be Salome. I know how to pronounce his last name. I don't know if it's Salome or Salome. I think it's Salome Barojas. 3 wins, 3 losses, 12 saves, a 2.47 ERA. Barojas is going to come on and pitch. I don't know if it's Salome or Salome. Someone will have to clear that for me. Salome or Salome. One of those ways. Salome Barojas. Robertson leads off, coming in for the injured Randolph. It's his first at bat. Barojas will pitch. 4-3. That's a blank. Robertson, 5-1. Ground out to second base. Bernazard will get to that, and over to first it goes. 1 out. It'll bring up Griffey. Griffey is 1 for 4. Barojas, they'll go ahead and pitch. 2-3 against the lefty. Walk plus, and he walks Griffey. Barojas had 30 walks in 83, and he'll go ahead and walk Griffey. It'll now bring up Winfield. Winfield having a great night. 3 for 4, 2 singles and a bomb. Griffey on at first, 8-2 in favor of the Yankees. Barojas will pitch. 2-3 against the righty. It's a blank. Winfield, 1-6. That's a ground ball to short. Up with it is Fletcher. 4-4-5. Second base pivot Bernazard 0-1-5. And they'll get the double play and end the inning. Side retired. 6-4-3 double play. Nothing across except a walk. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Howell is tired. I don't know if he had any complete games in 1983, and I'm about to find out real quick if he did. I don't know if he did or not. Let's see. In 1983, he had 2. Okay. So he had 2 complete games. So I'm going to let Howell continue to pitch a little while longer. Leading off for the White Sox will be Tony Bernazard, and he is 0 for 2 with a walk. But Howell is tired. Howell will go ahead and he will pitch. Howell, 6-4, strikeout 11, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's the 5th K for Howell, 1 out. Here comes some guy that doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame. Baines is 2 for 3, though. He's got a 2-run bomb and a single. Howell will go ahead and pitch. Howell, 5-3. That's at the park. Comiskey Park, 2-4. It's grounded at the plate. And Rick Cerrone's error rating is a 7. That's a 13. Cerrone will not make an error. He's got it. Throws to first. Gets out Harold Baines. Section 518 cheers. Yay! And that's out number 2. And that'll bring up Luzinski. Luzinski is 0 for 3. Howell will pitch. 2-5. That's a blank. Luzinski, 4-6. And Luzinski will keep the inning going. He splits the gap out there in center field. Luzinski will wind up at second base with a double. That's his first hit of the ball game. And the batter now is Kittle. Kittle is 0 for 3. Hall of Fame ball hit off the plate. Luzinski on at second. Howell will go ahead and pitch to Kittle. Strategy rolls are still off. Howell, 4-4. That's a blank. Kittle, 1-2. And that's a ground ball to short. Easily taken there by Smalley. He's got it. Throws to first. And the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the White Sox. Down 8-2 after 8. We go to the top of the ninth as Kevin 01SH is here at Comiskey Park. Kevin, we have no problem with Harold Baines. Was he a great player? Yes. Was he a Hall of Fame player? No. Why is he in the Hall of Fame and not Keith Hernandez, not Don Mattingly? Two of the best first basemen ever. Come on. Harold Baines does not belong in the Hall of Fame. Keith Hernandez belongs in the Hall of Fame. Don Mattingly, Donnie Baseball belongs in the Hall of Fame. Not Harold Baines. Top of the ninth inning, and Salome Barojas will stay on the mound. And leading off for the Yanks will be Steve Kemp. And he is 0 for 3, but reached on an error and walked. Top of the ninth, Yankees lead 8-2. Barojas will pitch. 6-6, it's a blank. Kemp, 4-4, fly ball center field. That'll be handled by Law, taken care of by Rudy Law. That's out number 1. Next up is Baylor. Baylor is 1 for 2, a single and walked twice. Barojas will pitch. 4-1, that's a blank. Baylor, 5-6, and against the righty, hits one hard into center. But once again, Rudy Law is going to get to that and make the play, and that's out number 2. And here's Smalley. Smalley had a good night. He's 1 for 4, but he has a 2 RBI triple. Barojas will pitch. Barojas, 6-2, against the switch left. That's a blank. Smalley, 2-4. Line drive to first, grabbed by Squires, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Yankees. And they have an 8-2 lead going in the bottom of the ninth. But will we see some ninth inning magic? Does anyone here prefer today's baseball to the past? I know I'm thinking everybody in the chat will say they do not prefer today's baseball to the past, so due to some of the rule changes. I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat will agree with that, will probably state that. That being said, though, Badger, to me personally, I still love baseball. Whether they've made some rule changes and everything like that, okay, I still love today's baseball. Even though all the rule changes and all that, and all the can't block the plate rule, the pitch clock, the ghost runner, all that crud, Badger, it still is pitcher versus batter. That still has not changed. Bottom of the ninth, Jay Howell's going to try to go the distance here. Yankee bullpen is ready. Leading off for the White Sox will be Mike Squires, and he is 1 for 3 with a single. Howell will go ahead and he will pitch. Howell, 3-1, range play. Squires, 3-5 with a grounder to second base. That's hit to Robertson. Robertson's range is a 4, and he's got it. Nice play by Robertson. He'll pick it up and throw to first, and that's out number 1. So Robertson flashing the leather out there. Here comes Pudge. Fisk is 0 for 3. Jay Howell has done a masterful job. A pitcher with a 5.38 ERA. He has given up 2 runs on 6 hits. Howell with the pitch. Howell, 5-4, error on a grounder. Fisk, 2-3. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to left field. And Winfield's going to get to that and make the catch for out number 2. And the last chance for the Chi Sox will be Vance Law. He is 0 for 3, but reached on an error. Howell will pitch to Law. Fans here at Comiskey Park hoping maybe Law can start a 6-run rally. Howell, 6-2. That's a base hit right past the pitcher. It'll go into the outfield. That'll be a single, and Howell is done. That's a fatigue result. So Howell's going to come out of the game. And what a job he did for the Yankees today. But they're going to turn it over to the bullpen to get the final out. And that's going to be Scott Fletcher coming on. And let's see who the Yankees are going to bring on to pitch. It's really not a save situation. So coming on to pitch for the Yankees is going to be George Frazier. 4 wins, 4 losses, 8 saves, a 3.43 ERA. Frazier coming in here to try to close the door and get a hold. And if he doesn't allow a run, it's going to be a hold. So Frazier will pitch to Fletcher here. Bottom of the 9th, 8-2 Yankees. Fletcher trying to keep it going. Law on it first. The fans here at Comiskey, the ones that are still here, hoping something will happen. Frazier, 2-6. Range play at the park. Comiskey, 1-1. And that's a ground ball to short. Going over there is Smalley. His range is a 2. And he's got it. Smalley goes ahead and gets it. Picks it up. Pumps once. Pumps twice. Throws to second to get Vance Law. That's your game. The Yankees go ahead and beat the White Sox tonight. 8-2. Yankees win. Yankees win. Duh! Yankees win. Stadium groans. No runs and a hit for the White Sox as the Yankees will get a win here. They get an 8-2 victory on the White Sox. That will give the Yankees their 10th win of the season, and the White Sox are going to drop to 5-6. Really an ugly game. At least one inning was very ugly. Final line score coming up. For the Yankees, 8 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. For the White Sox, 2 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. The winning pitcher is Jay Howell. He'll get the win. Richard Dotson takes a tough loss, and Frazier does get credit for a hold. So an 8-2 victory for the Yankees, and they get their 10th win of this early season. And so far, they're on top of the baseball world. But we've got a long way to go. And we're still not done tonight. 10-minute ticker is next. Friggin' say Harold Baines is not in the friggin' Hall of Fame and all he does is hit a home run. The dice, this game doesn't love me. Say Harold Baines don't belong in the Hall of Fame and he hits a bomb. 2-run bomb. Harold Baines does not belong in the Hall of Fame. Harold Baines is a bum. Bum. Doesn't belong in no friggin' Hall of Fame. Hernandez belongs in the Hall of Fame. Mattingly belongs in the Hall of Fame. Vida Blue belongs in the Hall of Fame. Louis Tiant belongs in the Hall of Fame, not friggin' Harold Baines. Baines is a bum. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Yankees lost this game historically 13-3. They will beat the White Sox in my game 8-2. Let's see how the rest of baseball goes. April 19th, Texas at Baltimore. Rangers 465 at 7. Orioles 762, that's 6. It's a win for the Rangers. Seattle and Minnesota. Mariners 611, that's 0. Minnesota 13-11, that's 0. Nobody wants to win that game. Seattle rolls a 3 plus 0. Minnesota rolls a 5 plus 0. And the Twins will actually get a victory. Cleveland at Toronto. Cleveland 14-44, 5 runs. Blue Jays 17-51, 6 runs, a win for the Jays. Reds and the Astros. Reds 6-54, that's 5. Astros 10-63, that's 7. The Stros will get that win. Braves and the Padres. Braves 8-65, that is 8. Padres 7-41, and that's 4, a win for the Bravos. On to April 20th, Texas at Baltimore. Texas 14-42, 5 runs. Baltimore 11-64, 8 runs. The O's get the win. Milwaukee at Boston. Brewers 20-63, that's 9. Red Sox 5-11, 0, and the Brewers blow to Boston up. Yankees and the White Sox. Yankees 9-52, that's 5. White Sox 11-32, that's 4. Yankees just continue to win. Kansas City at Detroit. Royals 4-33 and 3 runs. Tigers 17-24, 4 runs. The Cats will get the win. Seattle at Minnesota. Mariners 7-22, 2 runs. Twins 15-36, 5 runs, a win for the Twin Cities. Cleveland and Toronto. Cleveland 4-24, it's 2 runs. Blue Jays 15-12, and that, let's see, 15-12. Wow, that's 1 run. The Indians are going to win the game. Reds and the Astros. Reds 11-22, that's 3. Astros 18-63, that's 9. Another win for the Stros. Pirates and the Mets in a doubleheader. Mike, really, coming into this game, Mike, the Mets were 3-5. They have a doubleheader here against the Pirates. Game 1. Pirates 6-11, that's 0. Mets 3-41. We're going to get a win there. That's 3. Mets take game 1. Game number 2, Pittsburgh 10-24, and that is 3. Mets 5-63, and that's 6. Wow! Our New York Mets get a doubleheader. Happy recap. Can't believe it. Cubs and the Phillies. Never know how these dice are going to roll. Cubs 6-34, and that is 3. Phillies 11-56, and that's 7. That'll be a win for the Phils. Dodgers and the Giants. Dodgers 8-62, and that's 7. Giants 8-56, and that's 6. It'll be a win for the Dodgers. April 21st, Texas at Baltimore. Rangers 8-23, and that is 2. Orioles 15-61, that's 8. A win for the O's. Oakland and California in a doubleheader. Oakland 8-25, that's 3. Angels 14-24, that is also 3. They will go to extras. Oakland rolls a 5 plus 0. California rolls a 4 minus 2. That'll be a win for the A's. They'll win the first one. Game number 2, Oakland 11-25, that is 3. Angels 17-51, that is 6. And they'll split the twin bill. Seattle at Minnesota. Mariners 17-42, that's 5. Twins 8-15, and that's 2. It's a win for the Mariners. Reds and the Astros. Reds, 736. That's 4. Astros, 236. That's 3. And that game belongs to the Reds. Cardinals and the Expos. Cardinals, 1352. And that is 6. Expos, 1164. And that is 8. And the Expos will get the win. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be at the Astrodome as the Philadelphia Phillies will take on the Houston Astros. Dick Ruthven will be going for the Phillies, and the Nolan Ryan Express will be going for the Astros. So don't miss tomorrow night's game here on the network for April 22nd, the Phillies and the Astros. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. I think this game was crazy enough that I think it deserves a like, especially with the Harold Baines stuff. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the darn bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Yankees go ahead and take the Chicago White Sox, put them in the washing machine, and then throw them in the dryer. They win tonight's game 8-2. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.